I'm Loco Mama. I wasn't even going to talk about this because I didn't want it to seem like it was sour grapes that I had been once again ignored by the Grammys, even though one of my biggest hits of my career, Condom Proof, was released last year. Oh well, their loss. Okay, let's talk about these Grammys. Other than that heavyset girl Adelaide, I thought the whole thing was pretty much a joke, didn't you? Let's just talk about the girls, because quite frankly I think the boys is pretty much boring every year. But yeah, let's talk about that red carpet, okay? I'm sitting and I'm watching it on E with, that Ross Matthews, Little Homo, and Ryan Seacrest and all them people. And I'm watching, and most everybody looked it pretty decent, okay? Then I saw that Fergie come down that red carpet. Now, I do not believe that this is the same Fergie that married that Prince of England. I believe it's another Fergie, but I could be wrong. She come down wearing what I would like to think of as an orange doily. Now, it wasn't bad enough that you could see through the whole damn dress, but her panties and her bra didn't match the doily. So she looked at, she's wearing an orange doily with black panties and black bra. So she looked at kind of like some weird kind of Halloween decoration, you know? And there she was with her mother all proud as hell. And her mother said, "Oh, that's my Fergie." Yeah, well, if I would have been her mother, I would have slapped her upside her head. Then along comes the one everybody been waiting all night to see. Yeah, walking down that red carpet is that Nicki Minaj. And there she is dressed up like some kind of sinister Red Riding Hood. She's wearing this, they said it was a Givenchy, but it looked like a hooded cape to me. And who is walking right next to her but the Pope? Now, I did not understand the religious nor political connotations of this until I saw her live performance, but we will discuss that later. You know, all the rest of the girls, I thought they looked pretty respectable, especially for the Grammys, which is turning into practically like the MTV Awards now. But let's move on to the performances, shall we? Oh, well, first of all, let me say, I felt so bad for Miss Lady Gaga. She gave true meaning to the term all dressed up and nowhere to go. I did not see her on the red carpet. Now, whether they snuck her in the back door or not, I do not know. But there she was sitting in the audience, and she was wearing something on her. Well, she looked like she got caught up in a fisherman's net. That's what she looked like. She got this big old net all over her face. I hope she wasn't going to no party afterward where they're having some food, because she would have had an awful hard time with it. But you know what? Now that I think about it, she reminded me of one of them hams you buy in the store just before Christmas. They come in that little net bag, you know what I'm saying? I mean, that's how I see it. Okay, let's talk about some of the performances and what the ladies was wearing. Okay, first there was Katy Perry, who just looked like a superhero on acid or something. And then that poor little Taylor Swift girl, well, there she was looking like she just came out of the fields from picking some cotton, a poor thing. But at least she singed for real, unlike most of the people who were there. Then, as they kept saying through the entire show, the performance you will all be talking about tomorrow, Miss Nicki Minaj. Well, Nicki Minaj comes out, she's wearing all kind of demon voodoo kind of gown with a priest, and there's little altar boys, and there's fire and brimstone, and I could not figure out what the hell was going on. And then I realized why they said this was the performance everybody was going to be talking about the next day. It's because everybody was standing around saying, "What the hell was that?" Yeah, exactly. I must say, though, the big winner of the night, Miss Adelaide, the one I was talking about before, she's British, so every time she got up to win an award, she said, "Thank you, which I thought was so cute. But she looked real nice. She's a little plump, but who cares? And she actually got up there and sang without no auto-tune, nor computers, nor nothing. It was pure talent, and she won 6 Grammy Awards, which I believe is some kind of a record. So good for you, Adelaide. And I cannot mention the Grammys without saying a big congratulations and a big yahoo woo-ha to my very favorite Beatle of all time, Sir Paul McCartney, who finished out the night rocking the house with the entire medley from the end of Abbey Road. It was beautiful. Okay, so I just want to let you know my take on the rewards. Alright, I'll be talking to you real soon. Psst. And don't forget me next year, Grammys. And if you need a true lady to perform, you know where to get me.